Alright, so in this one, we're going to be making a tier list of this new Bojack Unbound movie Gohan Bojack banner. Now, unfortunately, this is the most relevant tier list I can find for this list, and it doesn't have everyone. It has Gohan, Bojack, Trunks, and Gokua. Unfortunately, it does not have Bhujin, Beto, and Zanya, so we will, replicate, right? So we'll say like Ice is this character, Nova is this character, and this character is this character. But to get into it, let us begin. So Gokua, since he is an EX, we'll start with him first, since go by I guess rarities at this point. Gokua is an S tier unit. Now, who else would be an S tier is, well, gonna be shown, right? But why Gokua is S tier? Gokua does insane damage before and after transformation. He has a transformation mechanic of DKP, but just no restriction, where he gets a full hand back when he transforms, and key back for, I believe it's 60 key, or 80, I believe it's 60 though. Yeah, it is 60. When Gokua transforms, his blue card has blast armor, his green card, pre-transformation is just, does more pierce damage, and then post-transformation, it throws the enemy away, and gives you 70% back to your vanish gauge. So that's pretty good. Also, I believe he has a unique of Vanish Gauge recovery. I believe he does. So let's say you're just doing strikes and strikes and strikes. Your sidestep, sidestep, sidestep. Eventually from there you could get your Vanish back a little bit quicker than some other units. On top of him being a transforming unit, he will get very high stats, and him at 3 stars is formidable to some Zenkais, and obviously at higher stars he will be greater for, future matchups. Plus, last thing about him, he has the EX equipment, which gives a lot of stat buffs to both attacks, both defenses, and health. So that makes him in contention for some Sparkings, like to be better than some of them. Nothing that's pretty much on this list. I'd say everyone that you see here, he might be a little worse than. Maybe Caulifla, maybe Frieza, Gotenks, sure, but not many is he going to be better than. But compared to EXs, he's probably a number 2 behind future Gohan / number 1 EX in the entire game. Very good work on him. They did amazing on him. So for argument's sake, let's say, now we're just going to do this in the order that they're at, right? We'll put Ice as, let's put Ice as Beto, right? Beto would be A tier, okay? So why? And also, just so you guys know, I will be doing a full tier list of all the new anniversary units. So once we get every single banner of anniversary units, I'll do a tier list combined of everyone compared to each other, just the anniversary units, and then probably a new tier list of every single unit in the game with all the anniversary units. So yeah, we'll have that video eventually, obviously once anniversary nears its end. But Beto, Ice Shenron here, why is he A tier? His healing is great. He gets it twice for his allies, so basically Angel Vegeta, just one less. And it's unconditional, meaning it can be toward anyone. So you could have Revival Goku on your team with Beto, and, well, Beto will heal him. That's very good. Let's say you want to run a really gimmicky team with Beto, Rival Goku, and Vados. Well, you have Vados that's going to heal unconditionally to Revival Goku. Then you have Beto who's going to heal 2 times. That's a lot of healing you're getting for your allies. Now given, is it the greatest situation you could run? No. But it is a situation that can occur and increases his value, on top of him being the only support unit for Hera Clan / the best support unit for movies, since only Yellow Turles truly exist, and he doesn't really support well, and he's aged quite terribly. Beto does great damage for what he is, a support type, right? So he's not going to do insane, he can stall okay, but overall he is there to support you and heal you, which makes him a solid option for this list. Again, it is only this new banner, right? It is nobody else besides this banner. To continue though, who would we rate next? Bhujin? Bhujin or Zanya? Okay, let's put Ice as Zanya, right? So I'll say Zanya is C tier. I don't even think we need C tier, but we'll go over at the end. I think Zanya is the worst one from this banner rather. All she has is the Super Saiyan 3 Yellow Goku effect. If you don't know what he does, the free-to-play one. After 60 counts, he will do nothing. She can get double card draw speed on her first come in for 5 counts. Then it'll go to single card draw speed for 60 counts. Then after that, her damage falls off. Everything about her falls off. And on top of that, she doesn't even give any death buffs when she dies. So really, she does good blast damage for 60 counts. And that's about it. If she had death buffs for, like, let's say Hera Clan units, and gave them this and locked in for this long, just like the blue Zanya EX does, then she'd be a little more valuable. But with only being a blast-based unit on a more predominantly strike-based Hera Clan team of, you know, Gokua, let's say God Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, Gohan, Bojack is a little more strike-based than blast-based. She doesn't flow the greatest and is probably the worst one on the banner without a shadow of a doubt. Now Bhujin. Who's gonna be Bhujin here? Actually, yeah, we can do. Okay, we're gonna put Zanya. Yeah, Zanya, I guess. B tier, because I do think the other Sparkings and EXs all fit in one tier here. That I will rate. Bhujin can be you. Now, Super Saiyan 4 Goku equals Bhujin, right? So Ice will be Beto. Bhujin will be Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Zanya, couldn't think of her name, will be Nova. Just so we're all in the clear, you understand that. Have to, improvise with what we got here. Sorry, apologize. But why is Bhujin the same tier as Beto? Actually, is Beto? Okay, Beto's a little worse than Bhujin, and these are in order, by the way, just so we're clear, these will be in order. Why Bhujin is better than Beto? Bhujin can lock in on will. Main ability is a lock-in. Green card is a short animation that seals the enemy card slot for 10 counts and has 40% chance to inflict paralysis. Plus, if you pop Bhujin's main prior to it, you will have a 100% chance because it increases your chance by 60%. Then you have that 40%, boom, 100% chance. Plus, minus health restored by 100% for, I believe it's 30 counts by Bhujin on main ability. Now that's all Bhujin does. But lock-in is so strong and so abhorrently broken that I think it does warrant a spot above Beto, who can obviously, yes, heal, greatly support enough for Hera Clan and everyone that he's run with. Bhujin's lock-in is just so much more oppressive for teams like this, movies, where you could rock Gohan, go into Bhujin, lock in, or rather, let's say you go into your Bojack to eat a combo, then you go into Bhujin, lock in, then you swap out, go to Gohan, tackle, or whatever, get their vanish out, boom, do all your cards, then you have damage inflicted buffs, and you can rush in that same combo. And then you have all these damage buffs stacked up, and then you can just do whatever you want at that point. Because then you can pop his main to draw a blue card, then you'll have card draw speed, then you'll have all this damage you can do with Gohan, and they'll still be locked in because, well, you just rushed in 3 counts of the lock-in, that's 10 counts. What can they do? Nothing. Bhujin allows oppressive play, and oppressive play is the best way to play if you know what you're doing in this game. That's why Bhujin's better than Beto. Now, to go over people that actually exist on this list, Trunks. Trunks. Okay. Gonna be blunt with you guys. Trunks is the worst Sparking on this banner. Now, why? I firmly believe, and will hold this probably for a good while, because I even run them, on hybrids when I was using Gohan earlier today. Trunks just ain't it. Kid Green Trunks, the base to Super Saiyan 1, is double the unit this guy is, because remember, he increases sub count by 2 when that Kid Green Trunks comes in. And you know what you could do with that? Let's say you tackle, and they dodge your tackle, you can rush. They can't swap. 2 counts, that's not enough time. They can't swap in that time. Slash, no one thinks, oh shit, I have +2 sub count, I can't do anything. People just, oh shit, I'm rushed, oh crap. This Trunks doesn't do that. This Trunks does mediocre damage, and he wants to take 25% damage off from himself, so he wants to be below 75% to get damage buffs. But if you're a normal ass Sparking that's not transforming, it's not revival, how can you expect to live a Strike Arts and a blue card from a Super Saiyan 4 Goku Zenkai 7? How can you expect to live 2 Strike Arts from a Super Saiyan 3 purple Goku? You don't. How can you live 1 blue card from a Gohan, a 2-star revival Gohan, post-revival? You can't. You don't. You just don't do it. You know why? Because he's not tanky enough. They didn't give him enough in his kit to be able to hit that 75% frequently enough to where it's validated. Okay, we can bring him in, and then let's bring in like Bojack to cover after him. That's just a waste. Because then you have Bojack in his position to where he can get rushed, and if Bojack gets rushed over this Trunks, and I'm, obviously thinking movies because they're all runnable on movies together, well then, what are you gonna do? You're fucked. You can't do anything. You have this Trunks or you have Bojack. I'd much prefer a Bojack even pre-transformed than this Trunks at his best, because this Trunks at his best is worse than a lot of EXs, worse than a lot of modern Sparkings, and is kind of a joke. I'd say he's a tier 2 option and doesn't really, he barely makes it above the tier of Zanya, and that's me being nice. He shouldn't even be an A, but it's such a limited list that he barely makes it here. He is really bad for what the game is giving us recently, compared to, the other 2 units that exist on this banner. But to go over Bojack here, Bojack is... It's really hard to rate this. I have a 9-star Bojack I've been using and a 3-star Gokua. I think this is true. Yeah, I agree with this. Gokua is better than Bojack. Yeah. Look, Gokua is more consistent, and I understand I've been ridiculed for this enough times in the comments from the lovely people that keep telling me it. Bojack's transformation is not guaranteed, while Gokua is. Now, people have been telling me, oh, well, you probably shouldn't do it in this situation, we probably shouldn't do it in this situation. How about we don't make Awakened Arts long animations, where you can't charge and do them, or do them into a combo, like a blue card? How about we don't do it so we can get tapped out of it? And how about we have Awakened Arts actually land and work properly in a consistent environment, but that doesn't happen. Why? Well, it's just that people know what's happening, right? If Bojack were a year old right now and Bojack were still relevant, people wouldn't know what Bojack does. They wouldn't know he reduced your advantage to 0. They wouldn't know he nullifies special cover change when he's hitting after he pops his first main ability. Nobody would know that. But that's his downfall right now. Everybody knows what Bojack does. You know why? Because everyone was so invested and interested in the Gohan, they saw everyone else and they're like, okay, let me read them all, see what they do, blah, 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 blah. Well, from that, everyone knows that Bojack does this. So if you pop Bojack's thing, let's say, okay, let me give you a great example of this because it's phenomenal. Because, again, the ridicule I've gotten for Bojack with his Awakened Arts, it's crazy. Let's say EX Vegeta, EX Super Vegeta came out last year. Nobody knows what he does. You know what he does? He removes Vanish on main. Same thing as Bojack. You know what Red Pycon does on his second main ability after he transforms? He removes not his main. Let me, before I fuck myself over here. His green card, after he transforms, removes your Vanish. You know why? You probably didn't know that, and if you did, congrats. Great, love it. But you know why you probably didn't know that? Because no one runs them. Because they aren't relevant. Because they aren't good. Bojack is relevant because movies needed this type of unit, and if you don't have Zamasu, he can replace him. Even, I'd say a 3-star Zamasu better than my 9-star Bojack personally, but that's another debate. The only reason people understand what he does is because he's relevant. The irrelevant characters are the ones that are forgotten about, what their uniques do, what their main abilities do, what everything does. So, a solution to what Bojack should have been would have been, oh, well, let's make it, if he pops the Awakened Arts, if it's out of hand, used, that he transforms regardless. Let's say you miss it. Fine, you get comboed because you missed it. Have that be an effect. You get comboed because you missed it, but you'll still get the transformation sequence and transform. You should not have to land a card to make your unit be what it's supposed to be, because that Bojack should already be in that transformed state. He should not be this weakened baby version of ass where he is in his base. Because truly, Bojack in his base, I see a case where I could say Bhujin's better. Honestly, Bojack in his base is nothing. Bojack transformed though. He's supporting. Again, he's a jack of all trades, master of none when he's in his transformed state. He supports your allies for movies. He's going to do decent damage. He's going to tank well. He's going to increase their card cost. He's going to get -5 sub count to all allies if an opponent rushes while he's on the field. He's going to do a lot, but he's not going to do enough to warrant him being Z and or above Gokua. Again, to make Awakened Darts actually useful, have them just be used, and if they're not in your hand, that means you used it, right? So if someone taps me in the face, my character's still awakened. Just give me the animation that he's transformed, and that's it. Awakened Darts should not be this criminally annoying, I won't say difficult because it's not that difficult, but annoying thing to get a character to be at their best. I should not have to do that while units like FSK run around doing hoopla, one-carding my Bojack in his base form. That shouldn't. Like, we shouldn't have a skill difference when there's no skill involved in other units. That's what I'll say. But yeah, Bojack is below Gokua for that one reason, on top of he's just not enough of what he's trying to do. If he supported a little more, sure. If he tanked a little bit better, sure. And on top of, I don't know what the fuck the devs were thinking with this. He gets sustained damage cut per card used. Oh, so while I'm comboing, I'm gonna get damage cut? How about when I'm taking a combo, I get damage cut, Legends? Why do I want to get damage cut up when I'm hitting them? Because by the time they start hitting me, I'm losing my damage cut. I don't get it. That's so stupid that Legends thought, oh, yeah, we're gonna make Bojack a tankier as he's hitting. Oh, okay, that's unique. Yeah, let's see how long it lasts. Oh, 5 counts. Oh yeah, that lasts long enough for me to finish my combo. And by the time my combo's done, guess what? I'm not tanking anymore. I'm dying in 2 cards. Because you know why, Legends? Because you made it so I run out of my cut so quickly. The more I talk about it, the more Goku is better. Right, let's get off this topic. Gohan. Gohan Z. Gohan is obviously the best of the best here. Gohan rivals Zenkai's the best Zenkai's in the game. Like, let me please emphasize this. If you not see the matches earlier, I mean, Gohan just on hybrids, no Zenkai buffs, just pure hybrid team, just normal ass 2-star LF Future Gohan, no wailed out stuff, had FSK sometimes, had Green Trunks sometimes, the new one here. Nothing wailed out, truly. Just maybe the bench, and those units are a little bit old, so having them 14 stars isn't that bad. And truly, you don't need the 14-star buff from them. Just, it's double strike attack bench, right? Gohan was, let's see, he one-comboed a Namek Goku. He shit-stomped on a lot of other units, and he basically said, fuck you to Zenkai. Gohan is LF Broly if LF Broly were on more steroids than he looks like. Every single card used, he gets damage inflicted up, and it's honestly hilarious to me because I don't know why this is a thing. Him in his pre-revival state hits as hard, if not harder, let's say, transforming Cell Revival Cell, in his transformed state. This Gohan, pre-revival, hits as hard as Revival Cell when he's revived. Like, that's no cap, that's genuine. If you didn't see those matches, please watch them. He hits so hard, you don't notice type disadvantage. He was hitting a Future Gohan. Again, this guy's only 4 stars. Pre-revival, a Future Gohan, yellow unit, an LF Future Gohan, not the card draw speed one when he dies. He was just doing type neutral damage. He didn't care. It was stupid. It didn't make sense. Then you talk about this guy when he's revived. Holy shit. I mean, you don't even know what to do. He's just a different behemoth. Like, I can see a case scenario where this Gohan will one-shot a yellow unit, a yellow 18, a yellow Legends Road Piccolo, an FSK Gohan, Last Man Standing, A Super Saiyan 3 Goku that's type neutral. He can one-shot these characters when he's revived. If you even need to get that scenario going off. Because there's a lot of times you don't even need him to revive. Because he just hits so incredibly damn hard when he's pre-revived. Then you have hybrids that's already busted as fuck. To where, oh, we don't need to rely on that. Because we have FSK who can go neutral when someone dies. Then you have an endurance unit and a revival unit. And then you can build up rush because, well, future Gohan, he has card draw speed infinitely. Then this guy gets card draw speed when he revives on his main ability. It's crazy how crazy this guy is. He is probably a top 5 unit in the game when he's 6 stars. I would say, let's say mine, right? 4 stars. Because I saved up Z power from Super Chrono Crystal and Hoi Poi. I'd say mine's maybe like a top 20 unit. But him at 6 stars, giving that triple buff, or well, triple Z ability rather, to Sun Family, I believe, when he hits 6 stars for strike, attack, and defense. Just makes him a different beast. Yeah, he's off the charts. He, like, realistically, like, this is truly realistic, right? This is what I want to do. Let's do this. Where is it? Where's the plus? Yeah. I think he is... Wait, whoop. I didn't mean to do that. I think he is tiers above the units he is introduced with. Nobody compares to this Gohan that is on this banner. I would say Gokua's most impressive. That is not Gohan, but does he pale in comparison? Yeah, he does. He doesn't compare in a slight regimen, a slight way, any way at all. Gohan is the tip-top of this game, and what they've done with him is crazy, and, well, maybe not the greatest idea for the other teams that really needed buffs, like LOE and Frieza Force, that Vegeta, Ultra Vegeta, is sadly not on, and we would talk about him here, but I don't really see a point to, because he's not part of the banner, and this is part of the banner-only units. But yeah, sadly they didn't buff the other teams, they just buffed, well, movies is fun to buff, right, because, you know, everyone likes to run movies, but they buffed Sun Family, hybrids, and, well, this is the outcome. Also, last thing I'll mention about this whole thing, the reason they are buffing movies is because the Dragon Ball Super movie that's coming out in 2022, they want people to be able to run the team and have it be cohesive and runnable once the movie comes out, so people feel more encouraged to summon for the units that come from the movie. Same thing's happening with Dokkan. They're getting like another Gogeta from the Fusion Reborn movie coming up soon. You know why? Because this movie that's coming out in 2022 is going to premiere in-game with all the new characters once the trailers, once that drops. Just like we had for the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, it's going to be the same scenario we have coming up here in the next year. So that's why movies is getting this buff. Just FYI. But yeah, this is my Bojack Unbound tier list. Well, Bojack Unbound unit tier list. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. Again, to reiterate this, in case you were like half paying attention, dozing off, I don't fucking know. B, Nova Shenron is meant to represent Zanya. A, Ice Shenron's meant to represent Beto, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku is meant to represent Bhujin. That is my list. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.